What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we are playing Colin McRae Rally, the 2013 I think it was version. So not any like the actual good ones, it's not like Dirt Rally or anything like that. It is the mobile port of Colin McRae Rally. This is episode 2. The first episode we did we're basically going through a championship, I should have said. Basically going to play through the championship and just have a bit of fun with a pretty relatively alright mobile port on the PC with a Steam controller. So, you know, combining all kinds of worlds here. But yeah, so in the first episode we did the introduction, so now it's time for the Australia Rally series. And if you missed the first episode, we are doing it in the Ford Focus because, as I said in the first episode, I was one of the stranger young lads that had a Ford Focus RS model car when everyone else would have had Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all that kind of stuff. I had a everyday kind of front wheel drive 2-door saloon, or not saloon, what's the word, hatchback, because, you know, original and that. But yeah, so the Australian Rally 2, we have the information there to get started, and yeah, we get started basically. Australia 2 stage 1. So let's see how we get on. Things that you should know if you haven't seen the first episode is that the CPU is dreadful, at least in the introduction anyway. They seem to be doing a bit better actually. We're keeping neck and neck. Maybe that was just maybe the CPU was just a lot easier. No, I'm already past. Like, never mind. Yeah, so the CPU is terrible. Obviously the graphics aren't great being a mobile game port. Not terrible either though, I have to say. Obviously it's, you know, mobile phones, that kind of thing, have gotten more powerful over the years, so they can afford to look a little bit better. And then the physics are, like, you know, not top of the range or anything, but like stuff like the jumps and that kind of thing, they feel pretty cool. In a missed take where I accidentally recorded, I started to record an episode there a few minutes ago, and it turned out that I was doing the introduction again before I realised. I did a kickflip, so that was pretty class. But yeah, it's one of them just dumb things that I, for whatever reason, thought would be a good idea. Like, now this is the Australia Rally 2, but I know that I've done this stage already, so I don't know whether they just rearranged the rally order or if there's some new stages in here. But I'd be kind of glad to get off the sand and see some different stages, because between testing it originally and playing the first episode and now doing the accidentally doing the introduction stage, I've done the Australian courses a fair few times now. Yeah, the CPU does seem to be a little bit better. I'm not absolutely running away with it like I was in the introduction rather. So that's pretty good to see. Unfortunately, again, I did have a look at it in between episodes, and you cannot change the difficulty, which is a damn shame. Basically, so that's just what you're stuck with. And it seems really weird to me that the difficulty in a rally game of all things would be so poor. Because like obviously rally is difficult by itself, like just in what you do in the difficulty of how you have to drive through the tracks or through the stages. But you know, having a super easy CPU basically just kind of, you're only really up against yourself basically. Like, it's just me versus myself trying not to crash too badly, trying to wrap my head around the key bindings. I had a fantastic realization again in between, where I realized that while I couldn't get used to the the key bindings on the Steam controller there, because they have the gear changing set to the paddles on the back, as opposed to where I'm used to it in Forza where it's like X and B, for example. It made me realize, I was like, wait, paddles? Like on the wheel? Like, use your head. Yeah, so actually the paddles, once I had that realization, it's made it a little bit, I think this is where I did the kickflip actually. No, not again. Oh, that one wasn't nearly as cool. More of like a tray flip, no. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I did the kickflip in the last take. But yeah, once I had that realization of, yeah, paddles like in like I have on my wheel, or like they'd have in an actual rally car that doesn't have a sequential, or have a like a stick shift sequential, can't say that word, gear shifter. Yeah, that kind of made it click a bit more, so I get it a bit better now, so that's pretty good. Still not 100% perfect, and obviously it has been a week, so I think I'm going to make this like a weekly thing of just say every Friday, I think, because I think it's been 6 days today, something like that. It was basically every week or so, just because they're fairly long episodes as well. They're like 20-25 minutes. Yeah, that's just kind of the way that I was thinking about it. What I was saying was, it was the controllers. Oh, one new item in my inventory, nice. Yeah, the controllers, so getting used to it obviously when I'm only playing once a week, because I'm actually like recording them as I'm playing them, so it's not like I'm recording them all in one go and then just spreading them out like artificially. Because that's a bit strange. Like, it's not strange per se. If you're doing like a let's play of like a story game or something like that, yeah, obviously play a couple of hours at a time. But for something like this, like, it makes sense to just kind of play 20-25 minutes, half an hour, cut it down, and then just upload it once a week, as I do. Speaking of cutting it down, actually, that's another thing. I was curious. I had actually fairly decent response. It was fairly good amount of views and kind of likes and that kind of thing for the size of my channel and for how inactive I am. But I didn't get any comments, and I think I asked right at the very end, which is maybe why a lot of people didn't get to it. But for anyone that's going to watch and enjoy these, would you rather I edited them like I did the first one, or which was basically to say that in between the rallies I kind of did quick jump cuts and kind of chopped it down a bit, but I left the stages untouched and just kind of played through the stages? Or would you like if I just cut up the stages as well and just had it be like a complete highlight? So if there's anything interesting that happens, or if there's anything interesting that I'm saying or whatever, just do a highlights where the videos be shorter. I personally, until anybody says otherwise, I'm liking the idea of just posting the whole stage, because you know, like it's not, they're not that long. They're only kind of 4 or 5 minutes plus each, if even 2-3 minutes a lot of the time. But yeah, I just noticed the CPU is definitely much better, and I'm very happy with that. Although I am not. like by this stage, like in the introduction, I'd be over a minute ahead by this stage already. Like, it's good to see that I'm only like 9-10 seconds or so. It basically means that while I'm still doing better, I guess you could say, like I'm still not really in any danger of getting beaten or whatever. It's a lot more onus on me to not make a complete mess up and spin out or crash out or do another kickflip. Like no matter how cool it is. Is this new? This section look familiar. The piping on the right there does. Maybe I did it in reverse the last time. Yeah, I think that's actually what it is. Whoa, there's no brakes at all. What the hell? Maybe my brakes supposed to be damaged. That's mad. I didn't realise your brakes got damaged, but yeah, okay. Just taking a little curb there, don't mind me. Yeah, so the car's now damaged, and if I understand it correctly, I don't think I do, but just from what I've seen, I think I can only work on a car every 2 stages, if that makes sense. Which is annoying, because while my car's pretty damaged now, and it's kind of going slow. Oh, and doing that's not going to help. Come on, bro. Yeah, I have to basically go through the last of this rally now, and all of the rest of the next rally, which is suboptimal, shall we say. like you can see there, I'm already like having trouble, like it's struggling. But there you go. End of that one. Little celebratory. Oh no, I can work on it. Oh yeah, this is, well, yeah, I suppose this is the second stage, so yeah, obviously. So repair time, definitely. The engine and transmission back up to normal. Suspension quite a bit. Bodywork I'm grand with. Wheels and tires, bodywork's fine. I don't think that'll have too much of an effect. So now we have the next stage, stage 3. It's sad to see the state that WRC is in real life nowadays. I think, who was it just recently pulled out? Citroen. So like, I never liked Citroen because I was a Ford fan, obviously, and with the Focus and Colin McRae and that kind of thing. So I was never a big fan of Citroen. I liked Subaru at the time because they were cool cars. Like the Peugeot 206 was cool. I just didn't, for some reason, I never got on board with the Citroen thing. And then Sebastian Loeb obviously won everything forever and kind of dominated the thing, and Ford weren't doing as good. But like, it's sad to see such a dominant team. It's like Porsche, was it Porsche or Audi? Audi, I think, maybe, sorry. Leaving Le Mans. Oh god, okay, alright, you saved that one pretty well. Just a reminder not to take your mind off it too much. But yeah, no, like seeing Citroen leave, like there's not really any major, like it's complete, like rally in the early 2000s, like with McRae and Peter Solberg, Carlos Sainz Sr. and all that kind of stuff. It's weird, you have to say Senior now, because of obviously how well Carlos Sainz Jr. is doing with McLaren in Formula 1. But yeah, seeing a massive team like that and seeing how it's like, seeing them leave and say, oh god, okay, yeah, seeing them leave and just seeing the general fall off of the sport, of the motorsport, has been just a real shame. Because obviously I'm Irish, and Ireland has a massive rally scene. Like, it's not like, again, it's, you wouldn't get as many fans in as you would for something. Whoa, I completely missed that turn. As you would for something like soccer or something like that. But like, it's like, especially rural parts of Ireland, rallying is huge. Like, so like, I've got that in me, and to see how poor of a state that it's in nowadays. Like, I don't know, like Ford are obviously, I'm pretty sure, still in it. I think Kia do well in it. I think Volkswagen might have a Polo as their competitive car. Although I don't know, they might have pulled out over the whole. Whoa, this is a tight section. They they might have pulled it over the whole emissions gate thing. I don't know if they ever came back or if they did pull it in the first place. But yeah, it's just a sad state to see it in. It's just completely fall off since those early 2000s, late 2000s, early 2000s days. I think that was just its peak and its prime. Like, obviously it doesn't have a situation like you have it in Formula 1 obviously with Hamilton lately, last couple of years, but like having such a dominant team and driver with Reynolds and Loeb like you had there in the kind of, I think it was that the mid-late 2000s. It started the 2010s or whatever you want to call that last decade that's just over here. Yeah, that's not great for the sport. I'm sure a lot of people lost interest because you knew like, yeah, this is going to be it's going to be a low win again or whatever. But for me personally, that's not why I ever watched rallies. It was just I thought the cars looked insane. They sounded amazing. Their stages were crazy, like the jumps, the smoke, the dirt, the dust, the snow, all that kind of stuff. Like the visual spectacle of what rally is what got me into it personally. Oh. Whoa, this is definitely a new section. I'm not familiar with this at all. Alright, okay, nice variation. Yeah, that's my little kind of semi-informed. Again, keep in mind I don't really follow too much, so a lot of what I said there could have been nonsense, just gone off my memory. But yeah. Oh god, okay, alright. I thought I was actually going to make it through there for a second, but I am so stuck here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I mean, so again, it's like I was saying, the CPU is looking a bit stronger, but I'm still, after making that big mistake, not being super good, basically, just in general, and I'm still 25, 26 seconds ahead, so it's not ideal. But yeah, I don't know what it would take to make a rally great again, shall we say, but whatever it takes, I'd love to see it happen, because it's such a fun sport to watch, like. See, I'm actually taking a drink of my drink, and I don't have too much of a problem with that. Like, I don't think I need to worry too strongly. I've lost the lead a little bit to the CPU, as you can see along the top, but I should be grand. Again, if I can get past them before the first stage, I'll be doing all right. I prefer the first sector, I should say. I keep saying stage. That's the entire thing. It's funny because I call it sector stages and I call stages courses, or like tracks. Oh my! Oh, that's bullshit. Come on! I've lost my lead to the CPU as well. Ooh, ooh. So how's everyone's Christmas? I feel like I'm on stream now. I should probably like, I don't know if it's a weird question. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, the car's done for. Yeah, so I'm recording this on 26th, which is Boxing Day. I'm back in work tomorrow, which is no fun, but I knew that this was coming. It's nothing new in my line of work. But yeah, no, I hope everyone had a good Christmas and had a good, safe time. A few drinks, nice food, time with family and friends, all that kind of cheesy stuff. Yeah, I think that last stage, sorry, actually just was this one in reverse, or the first stage was just this one in reverse. Because that section there is basically the exact same as what we went through, just backwards. But yeah, no, anyway, yeah, Christmas, did anybody get anything nice? Anybody get any new games, new racing games, new wheels, new handbrakes, new whatever? Like, I personally didn't. I basically asked for money because I'm looking at getting a new graphics card. Because I do actually want it. It's funny that I mentioned the stream. I do actually want to stream. It's just that my PC, the kind of stuff that I want to do is mostly kind of like VR or graphically intensive games where I can run them fine by itself. Just playing the games isn't too much of an issue, but like if I want to stream, I'll definitely want to be looking into a new GPU. So I basically just added, I got some money moolah towards that, and yeah, had a good time, chilled out, a couple of days off work, back in tomorrow, and then I'm off on the weekend, so it's not too bad. But how did yous all get on? See, this is good. I've made some mistakes that I fully deserve to be punished for, and I'm only 4 seconds ahead. Now, it's going to pull away again, obviously, in the straight here, I'd say, but... And the car's absolutely destroyed. And I don't think I'm going to be able to repair it after this stage, so... Go for a big boy. I'm surprised that worked out, actually. I expected that to end terribly for me. I'm also very sorry about the clicking. I know this sounds very annoying, but again, for some reason the Steam controller setup that I'm using, the config is to click the touchpad as opposed to using the sticks for some ungodly reason. And wow, this car has not got much left. It's not got much life left in it at all. Yeah, there's just some weird choices. Like I haven't looked in enough to go and tweak it myself, but like instead of using the left thumbstick to steer, it clicks on the thumbpad, on the left thumbpad, which is beyond me. And then, as I said, like what I've been having trouble with, that crowd way too close. Beyond, that's not right. Like, yeah, look at the poor car. Right, so we have 1 hour to work with. So suspension, we get you at least halfway. Engine halfway. Wheels and tires, and bodywork for the rest. Right. So stage 5. There's only 2 or 3 more stages left. I think there's 7 stages in total. And we got to do the bodywork there. So not the bodywork. What's it? The repairs there. I'm actually kind of relieved that I did I messed up the first take, accidentally recording the introduction again, because I had what can only be described as a small stroke, where like just the mental couple of months in work, the obviously the few beers over that last couple of days, my brain just stopped working. I was trying to say something about the something about the game, and I went on for about a minute, 2 minutes, like where I just couldn't get the sentence out. Like it was a bit awkward. I probably should have said it. Probably would have been hilarious to include here. Oh, maybe I did actually. I deleted the files, but I didn't remove them from the recycling bin. I might cut them in here. That's just a funny segment to implement into the video. But yeah, it was a strange one. It was a combination of everything. I think I haven't done a video. I haven't talked over gameplay while recording, while trying to like concentrate and drive. Obviously, since I did this last video last week. Oh, that's not ideal. They look like little baby Christmas trees. That's cute. Yeah, so I haven't talked over a video, concentrating over a video in a while, in about a week or so. And yeah, everything else, just how my brain is fried. It was embarrassing. I guess I do have to kind of post that clip as well now, because I kind of talked about it for all that time in this video and not share it. So maybe I'll stick it in at the end for those that want to see it. Oh, forgot to change gear. I wonder if the CPU... Oh, do you know what? That's the thought that I never had. I wonder if the CPU scales in difficulty over time. As you get towards the last... Oh, no, there's the kickflip that I really didn't need. God damn it. I mean, all's well that ends well, I guess, but the car is wrecked. And since I just did get to repair, I don't actually think I'm going to be able to do it at the end. So I'm going to have to do the whole next rally with the car in this state, which is not ideal. That's meant to be a hairpin. The car comes to an almost complete stop. Like, it's so bad. But again, I still keep a fairly decent lead over the CPU. I can't understand why it's not punished anymore. Like, it should be on straight sections and stuff like that. Like with the speed difference, I should be getting punished a lot more than I am, I think. Alright, let's see if this theory that I keep saying is actually correct about not being able to repair. Can I repair? No, I can't. Yeah, so I have to do the whole of this stage now, basically, with the car. Yeah, so I basically have to do this whole stage now with the car in this state. God damn it. Not to mention any other damage that I'm certain to do to it. Yeah, but there's a couple of things basically that I'm going to have to work out for the next episode, namely just being redoing the controller layout, because I do think that I can get used to the... Seriously, that changed the thought that I had when I realised that they were talking, or that it was set up to be like a car's pedals, or paddles I should say, for paddle shifting. That's actually helped a ton, but definitely the this clicking, this incessant clicking, that I cannot imagine is pleasant for the viewer. Like, I cannot understand why they went with that as opposed to the perfectly good left thumbstick that we have. Like, It's not like we don't have it. Oh god, okay, that's bad. It's not like we don't have a perfectly good thumbstick. That's wild. And then making the handbrake A, I think, would be a lot nicer than X. It's just a bit of a far reach. It's a weird place for the finger to go. Approaching the last sector. Into it we go. I did not brake enough there at all. Oh, this is so bad. It just doesn't get going at all. Once if you come to any kind of a slowdown, it just doesn't stop. Or it doesn't start again, I should say. Here's something that I never noticed or really talked about. I don't think, like, is Simon N. Goodwin somebody that we should know? Is Jonathan Humphrey a real person? Who's Jeremy Burgess? Like, I don't think these are rally drivers that I'm aware of. Like, Richard Crompton? Richard Burns, like Faye Windsor Smith, like are these developers or I don't know, but like why have they not got actual people? It's weird. Besides Colin himself, obviously. And we won! Yeah! Alright, so that's episode 2. We completed the championship for the Australia Rally Series 2. So we've now unlocked the Greece Rally Series, and that will be the next episode. So that's pretty cool. 27% of the content unlocked and another episode down. So yeah, just do let us know about the way that I edit it. Would you like to see the full stages or just cut it down into like anytime I say something interesting or something like that? But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching and goodbye.